Hey everybody, this is Ben. I'm back again this week for another cigar review, and this week I'm doing the second release in the new batch of Viaje that just came out last week, and that is the new white label project from Viaje. This is called the Winter Classic. It's a 4.5 by 48 ring gauge, and I was actually talking to Andre about this, and I asked him, why did you make this? And basically he told me that he wanted to make a smaller size mainly for the northern states. It's a really extreme cold weather, snowing and all that. And so when you want to have a cigar and you go outside, you want to have something that's smaller in size so you can enjoy it, but you want to have a lot of good flavor with it too. You maximize your time basically. So anyway, this is what one of the cigars he came up with. And as you remember from last week's review, I did the Super Shot 10 gauge and how that was a 3.5 by 54 ring gauge. This one's also in that small size also. But anyway, for those that don't know, the white label project from Viaje is kind of I don't know, a one-off project. It's like cigars that it's a blend that already exists, and it's just kind of a one size just to try it out, see what it's like, or experimental blends, or as a batch of tobacco that he got that can't really make a full line with or nothing like that. So we're just going to make this one size cigar for our limited production in this one shot, and that's pretty much it. So I'm not really sure where this one falls at. I'm not sure if this is a batch of tobacco that was kind of rare and only seen this one time or whatever, but I tried to pry as much information out of him, and his standard statement was no comment. So I don't know. So anyway, anything other than that is going to be pure conjecture on my part. So if I get it wrong, Andre, it's your fault. You should have told me, man. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, let's take a look at this cigar here. And you can see it's a kind of a rough looking wrapper. It looks real leathery, but as you can see, it's actually pretty oily looking also. Look at the cap there. I mean, it's not going to win any beauty contest, that's for sure. But, well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, as long as it smokes well, tastes well, that's what really matters. So, anyway, let's get into this thing. Oh, it's about $8 a stick. And I do know this is all Nicaraguan tobacco. And I'm guessing this is it's a Oscuro wrapper, I'm sure. But like I said, I'm not real sure if it's a line that he has out already that's just a different size or whatever. I'm not real sure. So anyway, we'll see if I can figure it out while I smoke it. Has a really strong barnyard smell to it, actually. I only got my hands on a handful of these. I've smoked 2 so far. This is my 3rd one. So I don't have a complete idea of exactly how this is going to go, but I got a pretty good idea. Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and clip the cap here. It's not bad. Has a real pleasant draw. It's not like the milkshake draw, which I love. It's a little bit looser than that, but it's still a really good draw. Not bad. You see, there's a lot of smoke. It has a really rich woody flavor to it, with a sweetness and that typical Nicaraguan pepper blast. I'm getting that right off the bat. I mean, it's got a good strong pepper kick right at the beginning. It's not really overbearing, but it's a strong pepper kick. Definitely getting that. There's a slight nuttiness to it, but not too much right now. Mainly I'm just getting a really rich woody flavor. There's a sweetness to it and a blast of black pepper. So right off the bat, that's kind of what I'm getting. So anyway, this small format, I'm probably just going to do, I come probably back about the halfway point, let you know how it is. See you in a second. Everybody, I'm back at the halfway point now. And the cigar, the flavors are pretty much the same. I'm getting that nice woodiness too, that rich woodiness. I'm getting the spice, but it has died down considerably. But it's still there. It's still there to the back of the palate. It's actually the last thing that fades on your palate, that spice, that black pepper tingle. But after I stopped filming a minute ago, it really got a nice creaminess to it that was really abundant at the beginning. But as it got to the midway point, it's faded. It's still there, but it's not as strong as it was in the very beginning, actually. But still very nice. I also developed a nice butteriness to it. Kind of reminds me of another cigar we've had recently. Came out last year, I really loved. But anyway, I'll hold on to that thought until the end. But anyway, so far the burn has been really great. The ash is flowering a little bit now, but that's it. I don't really care about that. You know, the burn is not too bad, but nonetheless, it's smoking really great. As you can see, the smoke volume is amazing on the cigar. Just a ton of smoke, which I love that. That to me is the most important part of like a construction criteria on a cigar. I just love it to make volumes of smoke, and this one is really doing that. So far, really good. The nice sweetness is still there. I'm getting a little bit of bitterness, like an espresso bitterness, but it's pretty muted. It's not something that I really pick up real easily. It's one when you're just smoking it. Like I'm watching the SEC tournament, Mississippi State's playing on right now, and I've been smoking it, and that's not one that I get unless I stop to concentrate and think about what I'm tasting. Then I pick that, it's espresso, kind of a coffee bitterness to it, but it's not really strong or nothing like that. But it's there. There's just a hint of it there, which I really enjoy. Most viewers know that's kind of one of my favorite things to pick up is that like coffee bitterness that's in there. But so far, so good, going really well. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this cigar off, and I'll be back to let you know how it ended. See you in a second. Everybody, I'm back. And I'm at the end of the cigar now. It pretty much hasn't changed. That woodiness kind of faded, and it kind of developed a real nice buttery, nutty note. But other than that, the spice kind of ramped up too. I'm really getting that black pepper tingle on the back of my throat again, like I did in the first part of it. But nevertheless, I'm still getting the same kind of flavors, pretty much throughout the entire cigar. Just little subtle changes, but nothing truly drastic. Not an overly complex cigar, but still, it was a really solid effort. This is it's probably my second favorite white label. I really love the stuffed turkey. Was really good. I really enjoyed that one. I think this is second to that one. I really didn't enjoy the first one or the white label 50-50 red that came out, but the Candela was really good, I thought, but the stuffed turkey was the best so far. And the fifth installment, the Winter Classic, I think is a really good stick too. It's one that's kind of opposite of the Sure Shot, where I said the Sure Shot, Super Shot, 10 gauge. You had to smoke it kind of slow because it was such a oily cigar that you had to slow down, otherwise it would get too hot smoking it. This one, you need to smoke it a little bit quicker than you probably normally smoke, because I don't know, I don't even have the same problems keeping it lit. In the end, I kind of have a few problems keeping it lit. I probably had to relight it like 3 times in the second half, but I let it rest in between probably a little bit too long, but as I was, kept it in my hand and would be smoking it, usually I smoke probably 1 or 2 puffs a minute. It was more like probably 3 or 4 puffs a minute, just, keeping it going. And when I did that, it stayed lit and it was just smoking great and all that. So this one's kind of opposite. You just got to smoke a little bit faster. But nevertheless, a solid effort. So far so good on this release from Viaje. 2 for 2 for me. I'm really enjoying this. Like I said, this one's probably more available than the Super Shot that I reviewed last time. I haven't really found any place that still has those, but I know the places that I usually get them from, like Crescent City Cigar in New Orleans, and also Havana Port in Covington, Louisiana. They actually have a online store called cigarearth.com. I didn't go check it a minute ago when I was off camera, but I'm sure they got this online. You can get it, or just call Lewis at Havana Port and tell him we sent you, and see if he's got any of these. Also, I know New Havana Cigar still has these. I saw them in the box, but I didn't see if they had the singles or 5-packs, but I'm sure they do. But it was $200 a box for these, $8 a stick. So, really solid effort. I mean, it's definitely something that, I don't know if I'd buy a box of them, but definitely a few 5-packs to keep on hand. This is another one I think would probably develop some interesting characteristics over time, which every Viaje I've had, I thought developed and got even better with some age on it. Especially some of the ones that I thought was pretty rough in the very beginning, like the Skull and Bones, what I call the red label Skull and Bones. When I first smoked those, I thought those were really rough, and I was kind of almost gave up on them. But I've smoked a few of the early ones this month, matter of fact, and I thought they're smoking really, really spectacular now. I really enjoy them now, and the TNT was the same way. When the TNT first came out, I was kind of one of the only people I knew that thought it was okay. But I smoked them at the end of last year from the first batch when they first came out, and they are freaking stellar. So I don't know, every Viaje I've had, if I've sat on them, they've gotten even better. They age great. I've never had one that got worse. So some cigars, when you smoke them now, they taste great now. Just go ahead and just smoke them. Don't try to age them if you like them the way they are now. But if you want to try to age them, I would say at 6 months and then a year, smoke one and see how it's developing, because sometimes they'll actually lose their intensity, lose that flavor that you like, and get a little bit too mild, or too mellow, and you might not care for it anymore. I've had several cigars that's done that with me. A perfect example is I have a box of La Flor Dominicana Haro, the L400s. I bought them in 2004. That's why I have half a box. When I first got them, I thought they were awesome. And, they weren't strong back then, but I've let them age. Now, they're freaking mild. They are mild. They still got good flavor, but they're just incredibly mild. So that was the one I wish I'd just smoked them all. But this new batch of Viajes are smoking great now, so I would think with a year of age on them, I don't know, it'd be crazy, I think, especially the Super Shot. But just taking for the past, the 3 that we've gotten just released, I like the Super Shot the best by far. This is a good stick, but I still love that Super Shot. And the 12 gauge should come out the week after you see this video. So it should be here then also. And also the 2 new Skull and Bones will be coming out with that 12 gauge the week after this video comes out. So be on the lookout for those. It's the FOAB and the Moab. I guess it's the Moab version 2. I'm not really sure, but anyway, that's coming out. And the FOAB actually looks like it's got the regular white and black band, not the red, white, and black band. And it actually looks like the Zombie that Andre brought out for, I think it was Tobacco Grow. It was just for them, the only ones that had it. But basically it was like a Robusto, but was closed on both ends. A really cool looking stick, like a little bit of candy bar, like a little Twix bar is what it looked like to me. But anyway, that was really cool. And for the pictures he put on Facebook, this is exactly what it looks like. So keep a watch out for that. And so far, so good. I really enjoy these. These cigars don't have that rough edge that I thought a lot of the ones last year had. So they're good to go now. So just check them out and let me know what you think. Put in the comments if you've had them, you know, what flavors you got off them, what you thought about them, and all that. And just remember, nothing beats a nice tight ash.